So, I was dropped off pizza, and it was across the street from, I don't know what the organization is now. It's the Jay and Polly building, but I don't know what it's for. But it was my partner's old high school. I remember him saying to me that it was the high school, but the look in his eye was just like, it was a sadness. Like, there were regrets there. He has lived here for most of his 40 years. And the reality is that he doesn't tell me stories when we cross the street that were good. He doesn't tell me about all the fun times he had because he was young and drunk through most of them. And so, I don't know, it just made me think that people will say a lot of times that you cannot, sorry, I'm driving, so I can't really keep looking at the camera just off and on. They'll say that you can't run away from your troubles. Like, moving doesn't take your troubles away. However, there was an idea back in the 60s that two of the things that were the very most important if you were going to trip were set and setting. So those have to do with, first of all, where are you? Are you inside? Are you outside? Are you someplace that you're comfortable? And then, say you're in your home. Is the space clean? Are the people around you people that make you comfortable? Those things are relevant in every aspect of life. Every aspect. And so, I don't know, I just felt like maybe somebody needed this confirmation right now. That sometimes the messages are for me too. But this is something that I know, that I am aware of, that I still have to work on myself even if I move to a different state or a different house or stop seeing people. I still have to do the work, but I have found that I can't do the work. I can't have quiet time. I can't have meditation. I can't have peaceful, happy days that I can do the thinking that I need to do the examining of myself and my life that I need to do, if there's always chaos. If there is always somebody snapping at you, or judging everything that you do, or picking some fight, and this is very, I feel like he's been very stuck a lot in his life. His mindset has gotten stuck where these memories are in this town, because when he was making the most amount of memories, like I said, he was young and dumb. So he wasn't necessarily making good decisions. He wasn't necessarily hanging out with good people. He wasn't able to really just walk away from a situation and say, no, this doesn't serve me. This relationship doesn't serve me. This whatever. And so anyway, most of what I hear from him is negativity. But there was a post that I saw, I think on Facebook or somewhere, where it was a little poem. Could have been prose, but it was written like poetry. And it talks about how every so often this person would pick up and they would move to a totally different space because too many of their ghosts were everywhere. And sorry, with that intersection, I have to pay attention. But they said eventually I'm tripping over my own ghosts on every street corner, on every aisle of the grocery store. And yeah, I guess I just felt like I know that when I have the means, I'm totally okay with picking up and moving. I'm okay with being sad about things that I leave behind, because I have found that every time I've left something behind, it was for something else amazing. And my mother, God rest her dead soul, let her not harm herself or anyone else ever again. My mother told me once when I was, I don't know, middle school age probably, early high school, that life, friendships, she was probably talking about a boy, realistically, at this point, but she said that sometimes you have to get rid of things. She said that even people in your life, too many people, or the wrong people, is like having a closet full of clothes. And she said you can't go out and buy yourself a bunch of new clothes if your closet is so full you don't have anywhere to put them. You have to clean out the closet first. That was, and I don't think she knew it at the time, that is the law of attraction. The law of attraction says that we get rid of things to make space for new things. I mean, that is not, I shouldn't have said the sentence that way, because that's not what the law of attraction says. But the law of attraction is that we align with what we want. So if we get rid of old spaces, we stop hanging out with people that only make us feel bad all the time. We stop living in spaces where there's chaos and you can never find any peace. Stop working in places where there's so much chaos you can never find any peace. Like, it's my car. I'm sure that's my car. It sounds like a bird. There's lots of things wrong with it, so we're holding it together on hope and prayers at this point. But it's a Honda. It's a Honda. It'll last forever. Or at least for the next year until I can get another one. Okay, I've totally lost exactly the sentence that I had. Got distracted by the bird car. But if this is something that you've been wondering about in your life, do I need to get rid of this? I don't need to tell you what this is, if it's a person or a place or a thing, but flowers don't grow in poison dirt. They don't. But weed killer all over your garden, it's going to kill the flowers too. We are allowed to only have the things that bring us joy in our space. And that includes people. And we are allowed to live in spaces in which we can find peace and joy. If you are not there, then the answer is yes, you are allowed to leave. You are allowed to stop talking to that person. You are allowed to move to the different state that you've wanted to move to, even though you're scared because you don't even know anybody that lives there. Who cares? Most of the people you know now, you didn't know at one point in your life. I am getting notifications that I should be going back to work. So I'm going to go back to work. I hope that this was helpful for somebody. I hope that just having somebody say that, yes, what you are thinking, what you want, it is not only okay, but it's necessary. I hope it's helpful. I hope that the things that I say make you feel affirmed. Because too many times in life, we are surrounded by people who try to make us feel crazy so that we don't see the things that they're doing. You're not crazy. Happy moving.